Hi, Kristen. I'm really excited that you're here and I'm excited to help you. And let me just say that you have the most beautiful family. So cute. I love your family pictures. I'm so glad you use those as examples. And I love seeing all the different ages. They're just beautiful. You should enter them into contests because they would win. So thank you for just sharing so much about where you're coming from and like how long you've been doing this and all that good stuff. I think you know, probably if you've seen my work, that I'm not a flash photographer, and so I don't want to offer any advice that isn't accurate. But I think we all know that flash makes everything look a little less natural. But you did a great job of not overdoing it. Okay, so I love the sunrise images. I think they're beautiful. I'm just glad that you did both. Just because I think you're gonna like having both. I think to have all those kids looking at the camera and smiling is a miracle. So kudos to you for that. I think as far as post-processing for this image, just from a cropping perspective, I would have cropped it in just a little bit tighter, just to put the focus on the fact that you're the family, and we got rid of a little bit of the beach. And I just think that makes it a little bit more like a professional portrait. So I also love that her dress is off her shoulder. I think that's really cute. And I love the colors. I think they're great. And I think it's nice that your skirt isn't overexposed. So great job with the flash. I think you asked if I would have used an off-camera flash. Off-camera flash is always going to add more dimension no matter what. And so if you want more dimension, then it's the way to go. It is also the more professional route. So if you want to give that a try, it's a little bit more to set up, but I would have set it up either 45 degrees on this side, or, probably on this side, because if you did it on this side, the left-hand side of your face, from your perspective, is going to be underexposed. So I would have put it the opposite side of the sun, so you have a warm glow on this side and then fill light coming on the left side of your face. But again, I'm not a flash pro, so let's move on to your beautiful natural light portraits. I don't have a problem at all with adding bluer skies. I don't use actions, and so, I can't say that they're bad because they're not. I used to. I just don't need to use them anymore, and so I think it's beautiful, and I love the way it looks here. So I'm definitely a big fan of that. And same thing for this. I would just crop it in just a little bit, just so it's really focused on your family and you don't have any extra beach. I don't think you need the extra beach in the picture, and I don't think it enhances the picture at all. I think cropping in and showing off your beautiful children is more important than having a little bit of extra beach over here. So I think it's great. I think as you continue to edit, something to look out for is just making sure that you don't lose detail in the shadows. You're not losing it right now. All I'm saying is, as you start to edit and continue to edit, some people like to give it even more pop. And as you give it more pop and more contrast, you start to have really dark lines and really dark hairlines. So I think you do a good job of really keeping that even and not overdone. So I also think that your skin tones are great. You do a great job. And so if I was shooting this, it says you shot this at 5.6, and I think that's a great aperture. I don't think you need to go up to f8, in my opinion, especially since you have your kids in a big long line, which is impressive. I think 5.6 is a great aperture for this, and I think your lighting is great as well. So great job on these. You should be proud of yourself, especially since this was on a tripod. So I really love these. I think cropping is just a little suggestion, and then just not being afraid to shoot lower than f8 would be helpful. So love these, and I really love this. She is such a cutie. Oh my gosh. I think that you exposed for her really well. If you had overexposed for her face, then out here would just be blown out. And so I think this was a great exposure, and I think your editing is awesome as well. I think something to be careful of, just because we like it, doesn't mean that we can always do it when it comes to eye sharpening. I think this is a great amount, but anything more to make her eyes pop wouldn't look natural, and we don't want kids looking like they're not real people. So I think right here it's great. I don't think it's overkill at all, but I think it's getting close to not looking real, which you might not like. So obviously her eyes look better than they do here. I just wouldn't make her eyes any whiter or any sharper because it wouldn't look like a real portrait. Um, I think this is beautiful. I love the composition. One thing you might notice is there's a little bit of a blue tint in the highlights. And so what you can do is just adjust your highlights down here a little bit. I'm just going to do it at 6 saturation. So all I did, I'm going to create a duplicate for you so that you can see. I'm going to reset this to what you had. So if you look here, there we go. So this is the image that you edited, and this is just a little adjustment for me, and I know it's hard to tell. Let me edit this a little bit more just so you have a better understanding of what I did. I'm basically taking the highlight color of your images, or of this image, and making it warmer. So this is your original image on the, oh come on, hold on, whoops, what did I do? Sorry. Here we go. So let's see, this is the image that I just edited, okay, and this is your original image, I believe. Is it? Yes. So let me go back out here because it's easier to see. Sorry. As you can see, when I'm going back and forth, there's a little bit of a difference in the highlight color. It makes her skin look a little bit less blue. There's maybe not blue, but gray. So in this image, it looks beautiful. If you print it though, you may see, oh, her face looks a little gray, and that's just because of the highlight tone. So all I did was change the highlight to a little bit warmer. If you still don't think it's warm enough, you could just change the split toning of the shadows as well. So this is what we're looking at. We do see the difference, maybe. I hope it's helpful. I hope you see the difference here just between the grayer skin tone and the warmer skin tone. So that's just a little adjustment. Seriously, you are a wonderful photographer. You should be really proud of yourself and really proud of your children for being so photogenic. And I think you just have a lot of potential. So I really love these, and I love the way you edited them and cleaned them up. There is a little bit of a haze. I know you mentioned wanting to use your hood for this, but I like it actually. I think it is really beautiful with a little bit of a haze coming from the sun. So I think you did a great job. And so I do like the natural light portraits better, just because I always tend to feel that way. So just the one little thing is to make sure you just don't have the shadows too dark, because once you get the shadows dark, you start to lose contrast, or you start to lose detail in the really dark parts of the image. So I hope this is helpful. I can't wait to answer more of your questions and help you along the way. Bye.